Testing. And I think we're live. Well, we're not live. This is a recorded video. But hey, welcome to United Coffee Team. Yeah, yeah. This today we're going to talk about we are going to analyze in depth of Leeds versus
Leeds
Manchester United. Yep, versus Leeds, right? And I think it's a second game of the preseason, and we can draw a lot of conclusion, and we can see a bit more in depth about what's going to happen next season. Yeah. Before we move on further, please hit share, subscribe to help
Yes.
our little channel to grow. United Kopitiam is a Malaysian channel, but we want to invite everyone from around the world to come
Yes.
in, give you your 2 cents. We talk about your opinions. We talk about our opinions. Um, yeah, because we want the fans' voice to be heard, and especially those from Malaysian side or the Asian side of the country, to actually have a voice about Manchester United because we are going down into the dumps. Last season was one of the worst for me personally. I think it's one of the
Was
worst.
uh,
Yep.
in era. I
So
think, yeah.
we want our voice to be heard. Maybe we yeah. So this is a fan channel by fans for fans all around the world. So yeah, if that any yeah, if any comments about yesterday's match, Leeds versus Manchester United, please drop your comments down below, and we will have a chat down below. Yeah, we also have a Facebook group. Actually, it's Facebook page. So you can join our Facebook page. You can like our Facebook
Yeah.
page, and you can join a lot of
Like,
discussion goes on in
yeah.
there too. Yeah. So let's go in with the first 11, right? When I
Mm.
saw the match, first 11 yesterday, in the first half, my
Yes.
thinking is like, wow, that looks like our strongest team. That looks like one
Strong
of the
team.
teams that we can put out next season,
Mm.
from the get go. What do you think about that first 11 in your when you first saw it? Like, what do you think?
Okay. First thing first. Clearly, the formation was Solskjaer's favorite formation. He loved to play that 4-2-3-1 kind of formation. Was it 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-3? Yeah. I think it was 4-2-3-1.
Mm,
Um, but we are missing, like you said. I do agree with you. It's what we can expect. The strongest starting 11 for the next season, minus a few important pieces, because during yesterday's match it was Romero in goal, and also Marcos Rojo playing on the left back. Um, all in all, I just want to ask you, how do you feel in the first half of the match?
yeah, I think the first half is a very solid, especially the first 25 minutes is the the tactic. I always say that this tactic is what Ole wants to play. We did not see at the end of last season. What tactic am I talking about? The intense pressuring. In a certain way, it looks like gang press. And even in Perth Glory, I see three players going up against one player. That's really the intense pressuring. Um, but the problem is always fitness. So that's why after 25 minutes, they fizzle out a bit, but they are still very, very good attacking counter attack that happens after 25 minutes, especially the one where it was passed to Rashford, and Rashford uh, brought it up a bit. At that time, Daniel James was nowhere to be seen, but in a matter of seconds, he was overlapping Rashford, and Rashford gave him a pass. Yeah, that was a very, very good chance. So that first half for me was very, very fast, very, very. Actually, the penetration is very, very clear. Just that the profligacy, we did not hit the back. We could have added two or three more goals in that first half. So it was definitely one of the best first half that I've seen. Granted, it's only a friendly, but there's no friendly between Manchester United and Leeds. Okay. Yeah, that's my opinion. Is the first half. So
Okay.
what do you think about it? Yep.
Yeah, for me, it's a tale of two halves actually.
Mm,
In the first half, it was very exciting because you can see in the starting lineup, you can see that uh, Solskjaer likes to play with pace, and the lineup suggests so. You can see Pogba being there, Wan Bissaka starting. We have Rashford, we have Daniel James, and we have McTominay. Yes, we do. I think the ones who lack the pace is McTominay in the squad and minus
Mm.
Sergio Romero. But all in all, you can see the movement, the off the ball movement. Whenever they are defending as a unit, whenever they are attacking as a unit, and then I love the kind of energy that Daniel James and also Wan Bissaka continue to provide the team. And then uh, we could have, like you said, we could have had more goals other than two goals. It was a very clinical finish by Marcus Rashford. Um, uh,
Very good trickery also.
correct. Having said that, because I think maybe it's sort of a rejuvenated Marcus Rashford because he has already signed. It's like a done deal for him. All that
Right.
he has to do now is to focus on his performances um, in the next coming season, and also now only we can see Mason Greenwood getting his senior goal. Is it's a true ball. It's a true ball pass by Pogba, and then a low cross by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Those movement actually, those are the movement kind of
Of
attacking
true
plays that
Manchester United.
we should that we should be seeing more. The critic was during last season. It dwindled down because of the intensity, the intensity of the training regime brought by Solskjaer. Uh, it seems that
Mm. Mm.
the players at the time initially they fizzle out because of the intensity. So I think that kind of explained the reason why they look very much lethargic towards the end of the season. So I think coming the new season, we can see players trying to adapt, players trying to adapt. Okay, talking about, like I said, it's a tale about two halves. In the second half, when the we call that when the players changes, it's a reminiscent of the previous seasons. We call that previous seasons squad. We defended, we scrambled in defense. We do have, I know, Phil Joseph scored a goal, but you see the indecisiveness of the attack and also the
Good goals.
uh,
Pinkwood score goal.
that not so much solid defense because we do have Ashley Young there and also
Ashley Young,
Phil.
Smalling, and Jones.
Yeah, Smalling and Jones, and then you had Maya Matic in midfield, and then yeah, and then we do have Martial who throughout the season struggled to find the back of the net, maybe because of, I know, because of injury and also because of confidence issue. But
Yeah.
definitely it is something that excites me. He'll he Solskjaer needs his important pieces so that we are assured that Man United can continue to be we call that to be challenging the best in EPL. And then I really love to see them playing like what they did in the first half. So yeah, that's what I think
Yeah.
of yesterday.
Which I think the first half when I first saw it, I said that it looks really close to the first 11 that we wanted to see. So my question to you,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to the first 11 first. So Romero,
Mm-hmm.
Juan Bissaka on the right side, Bailey and Lindelof center
Yeah,
defensive
yeah.
partnership. Rojo on the left coming in for Luke Shaw, who was injured, fit to play but probably not taking the chances.
Correct.
McTominay center defense midfield, Mata and Pogba in the center of attacking midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Greenwood, Rashford, and
Good. And
James,
yeah.
the three top attacker. The thing is, I look at this. I wouldn't put Greenwood on the right because the thing is quite centrally that he played along with Rashford, and James was actually out wide on the left side. So actually, I don't see a lot of right wing. But nevertheless, who in this team that you will willing or you will want to change?
First thing first, the inclusion of Marcus Rojo, that's a last minute decision by Ole.
Mm.
I would love to
I
see
would too.
Luke Shaw. It's a definite first team. Luke Shaw is a definite first team left back for me.
Mm.
Luke Shaw, that's one. Number two, there's a rationale behind Pogba and Mata playing together. Mata being what we call that. We need two creative midfielders. We need two creative midfielders. Pogba in the deeper position. Mata on the slightly forward because as we know, Mata lack the pace compared to Pogba. Uh, if if it's for me between Mata, obviously I would love to see somebody else in Mata's place. Uh, for the moment, McTominay seems to be doing his job well because he has only one thing to do, which is to defend his zone in the midfield area, in the center of midfield area. And that actually frees up Pogba and Mata doing the attacking, we call that doing the attacking plays and so on. Definitely, Daniel James can fight for his place in the starting 11. And then in that first half, it was kind of interchange. The way that Rashford and also Greenwood, they both of them tries to be positioned centrally whenever the attack goes into play. On the right wing, it's more on the use of um uh, uh,
Wan-Bissaka.
everyone Bissaka's space going forward. Um, yeah, Marcus Rojo, Mata,
Luke
those two.
Shaw for Marcus Moho. Mata
Yeah,
for who?
Mata for me. I don't know. It is between. I would love to see maybe the
No
trio of
one.
Martial.
Pogba and Pogba.
Yeah, I would love to see Martial. That means
Martial
it's
in place of Mata.
uh that means Martial not in place of Mata, but
Yeah, then you
okay.
have an attacking midfield, or rather a central midfield with attacking minded
Yeah,
void in there. So who you would change Mata? I think that's why I say when it comes to center midfield, we are very lightweight. Who we have left is
yeah,
only Pereira. I think you can try. They choose from Pereira or Fred. We have not seen Fred.
yeah. I'm not. So
He
I put him
yeah,
in.
put who? You put Fred in.
Yeah, that's why I haven't mentioned Fred because we haven't seen him in
Yeah.
in the past games. I
Yeah,
just want to see.
yeah, we,
Yeah.
we we have not seen Fred, so I do not know whether Fred or Pereira. Fred just arrived in Singapore. He's already posted an Instagram picture of him in
Mm.
Ritz Carlton. Yeah, I think Romero. I
Oh
think
yeah,
keep up.
come to mention about it. Because we do have the youngsters of Angel Gomez and James Garner, right? So you can see how James Garner position himself. He strikes the ball well. He has the pace more than Mata. Yes, I think I love to see James Garner
I
in
think
Mata's
I
place.
think I love to
Like,
see Angel Gomez. I don't know whether it's Angel Gomez, Angel Gomez, but I like to
mm,
see Gomez in that role because in the second half, Gomez and Chong was quite lively, but you can really see how nimble, how skillful Gomez is.
mm.
Chong is speed and
Strong is
not a lot of trickery, but speed. Chong is really really speed
yes,
and probably has a good shot of his
with
speed, right?
yeah.
Mm. So
If it's Daniel James not being there, Chong can definitely be on the left side. Yeah, instead of playing him.
So that's why I can see in placement of Mata, if Fred and Pereira is not doing it, I think Gomez is a very very good shout. But the thing is, I will see Ole Gunnar using Pereira or Fred in that role. Actually, I
I haven't
actually
seen
don't
before.
mind using Mata. I actually don't mind using Mata in that role because I always say that Mata has been played on the wrong position. If he doesn't play number 10,
Yeah.
he goes on the right wing, it doesn't work. Like
Yes,
Mkhitaryan, it doesn't work.
yes,
Shinji
yeah.
Kagawa, it doesn't work. But if you put them in the central midfield or you play a 4-2-3, no 4-2-3-1. You don't need two defensive midfield. You only need one defensive midfield. You put Pogba, the roaming midfield, and
One,
Mata, the slightly offensive one. I think it can work because if Mata is not tracking back, we have a good center midfield, defensive midfield, and we have good center back. You don't need Mata to track back, and he can stay up, along with Rashford, Greenwood, James. So definitely, I feel that Mata can be very good because his passes is good. Pereira is inconsistent.
Mata is good creative wise as long as
Mm,
he plays
mm.
in the right position,
Yes,
not
yes,
in the
as
position where he is
not on the
in
wing
base.
because
Yeah,
it's slow.
yeah.
He's slow on the
Wing.
wing. So when it comes to midfield, you don't quite need the pace.
No,
You just in he's industrious, but the thing is Mata is he has a very good he both feet is very good and he's very nimble but not quick. You know, in the sense that his movement is it's good and he can get you that pass
yeah.
that true pass or
I
that
can see
lock
why
pass.
Gomez, in the place
Yeah,
of Mata because both of them has the same physical, has same characteristic of play. They are both nimble. They are both can create chances out of nowhere. Based on their individual skill set and so on. Yeah, yeah. I can understand why you mentioned Angel Gomez being maybe
yeah.
possible suitor in the place of Mata. Yeah, but I haven't
The
seen
thing,
Fred yet. I would love
yeah,
Fred playing in that role.
yeah, I don't know about Fred whether he can take on the role of Mata. Move your head to the left a bit. Um, yeah, perfect. So Mata, I wouldn't mind playing Mata. I do not know about Fred, so we shall see what about Fred. Pereira played very well yesterday. Actually, he has a good pass. He got into space in the midfield. But the thing is about Pereira is he's just inconsistent. I don't rate Pereira actually, but he did well yesterday. So
Hey, Pereira normally, if he starts, if he starts, after the 60th minute, his energy level, his intensity will slowly go down, and then that's the kind of time where he'll be sub out. So for me, you can see how Ole played Pereira last season. It's either after 60th minute mark, then only they put in Pereira because he'll be playing 20 minutes of intense. That's how he can create and maybe
okay,
create goals and so.
if we don't bring in any defender,
Yeah. Okay.
Maguire is
Defender.
not
Huh?
coming in. Bailly and
But
Lindelof for the center partnership.
if if you look
It's
at
either
minute,
him or Smalling and Lindelof. There's no choice. There's no point putting Jones in.
yeah, yeah. Uh, the thing is, it was when we bought Bailey, you know what? The highlights that he has when he was in La Liga, he is the kind of he has the potential to excite. You know, he has the potential to excite the defense area. He the way that he's the kind of attacking defender. Lindelof is more on the safer side. You know, more on the safer
Mm.
side, but he's more on the attacking central back that we have. I think last season because of the injury, he did not play with great intensity. But now, if he continues to be healthy, he can definitely be at the level where we brought him in. You know, like 2 seasons back when he was really good, one of the top defenders in La Liga at the time.
Mm.
So at this moment, still like you said, I do agree with you. We still need a centre back just to be sure. You know, a nice fresh new face like what we have for attacking. Uh, Now that we have Daniel James and we also included some of the youngsters, it brings
Mm.
the challenge for the for the senior players. Now that we have Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right side, we
So
need someone
yeah, the
in
the
center.
the the thing with Bailly is his positioning is not very good, and sometimes he get caught out. But he is a very pacey defender, and his tackling is very good. So he will miss the ball, but he will rush back and he will tackle,
He
and
has a
then
pace.
with that tackles.
Mm.
But the thing is, he shouldn't be missing the ball in the first place. Hence, where the problem is. So that's why I think Bailly is exciting because of his tackle, but eventually he's not a stable defender, and that is my shout for Maguire. Smalling doesn't have a very good touch. He is very good in terms of stopping the ball, getting the ball out of the area, but again, it doesn't exude confidence in the defense. Hence, that's why you need Mata and Pogba to come back to defend. And that is where our attack struggle because there's just not enough people up there to break when it matters. So that's why Bay and Lindelof will worry me at the end of the day. Whoever, if you do not get Maguire in or Koulibaly in, we will struggle at centre back defense. Maybe we'll have very good defensive. You see, the thing is with Jose Mourinho and Manga, we have very, very good defensive stats is because the whole team defended. But this is not how Ole wants to play. Ole wants to attack. But in order to attack, you need to have a stable partnership that you can put your trust into. And if Maguire doesn't come in, full stop, we are in for a bad season next season. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Compare the two.
that's
That's why
really
compare the two. Compare Bailey to Lindelof. I think both of them they are not what call that? They are not competent positionally. If you put in Smalling there, Smalling doesn't stop. Smalling actually has a better positional play
can't
compared
pass
to
out.
Lindelof,
Yeah, he does. He does.
but he
His
can't
heading
pass out.
is not
That
bad.
but Lindelof always miss out on his tackle actually. But he tries to improve on his because he both of them has pace. Both of them have pace. So that's the only advantage of having of having the two of them at the back.
Lindelof is
But
the yeah, is he knows
obviously,
the game. He intercepts.
yeah,
He's that kind of player. He doesn't. He plays intelligently. He doesn't need to have a last ditch tackling. So that's
yeah,
why the calmness of Lindelof. It's the good thing about our defense. But that's the thing that we're lacking from Chris Smalling and Eric Bailly to a certain extent because he misses it. His position is bad, and he went back to tackle. So I think at the end of the day, I don't agree on Bailey Lindelof, but it is the best that what we have. But actually, my
yeah,
controversial choice will be Chris Smalling because Bailey doesn't get himself fit enough, and our centre back needs to be consistent. So Smalling and Lindelof will do a better job because Bailey just cannot get in the team long enough to have a good understanding with Lindelof.
like,
Hence why Smalling is my first choice if Maguire doesn't come in.
okay.
But I would say we will have a bad season. Rojo, of course, Shaw. But if Shaw is injured, who is next left back? Ashley Young.
You know what?
Either
Yeah,
Rojo.
no. The games against Perth Glory, it was
Mm.
Dalot who played left side, right? He's
Uh,
very adept.
no. It was second half. The lot played right back. It was Ashley Young. Ashley Young. Yeah, Ashley Young. Luke Shaw
But
and then
the thing is, mm, but the thing is, if let's say if Oli wants it to be a slightly different kind of attacking play, he will try to put Dalot in on the left side. And then if he wants to challenge himself every single time, he'll be that kind of utility player that Man United always have in the squad. Every season
Mhm.
we do have a utility player. Yeah,
The lot. Yeah. I wish for the lot. I don't want to see Young, but the thing is, Ole might still love Young too much. Yeah. Romero, De Gea.
we have to put it up for another year. That's it. Another
I mean,
season. Sorry, another season.
yeah,
Yeah.
you will want De Gea in the goalkeeper. I mean, replacement for Romero, right?
Yeah, because it's
Uh,
the number one keeper.
okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, it's pretty
Romero
clear lah. So it's De Gea,
yesterday,
AWB. Uh,
right?
I would say
But
De
Romero played
Gea,
well. Mm-hmm.
AWB, Smalling, Lindelof, Luke Shaw. If not Luke Shaw, will be the lot. McTominay, Mata, Pogba. We have not seen Fred, so we still need to see Fred. Up top, we have Greenwood, Rashford, James. Any changes you want to make to that?
Yesterday, Martial only scored the penalty, right? Only scored a penalty. He lacked last season. The two players that I really hope uh, that I like actually were Martial and also Bailey, but both of them were out injured for most of the season, especially in the crucial part of the season the crucial part last season. So it kind of affects their confidence in terms of playing with intensity. Um, Martial needs more playing time, but Greenwood is 17. Greenwood turns 18 this year. I would love to see him playing more, but I would prefer Martial in Greenwood's place for now, because we paid too much
Seniority.
for his yeah we paid too much for his time.
Yeah.
I really love to see him playing more.
James to
Greenwood
start.
and Cement. Wait, what? Come again?
James to start.
Yeah, yeah. Why not? I would love to see him. Yes, James to side. Yes, and Martial
How
there. How
how
about?
about our favorite player, Alexis Sanchez?
Uh, the call. I definitely. If he was out of the what call that, he was out of my possible lineup in the first place. So that's why I've never mentioned him. So I thought that Ed put him on the what call that, on the sale list at the start of the preseason, but it seems it's not like that. So it doesn't happen that way. But still, I'm putting him out of my list anyway. I will not be
Okay,
mentioning
so
him.
you've Martial, Rashford, and James.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
The thing is, I think yesterday in my quick reaction, I said that Martial it's a worry. Very very exciting player. I love Martial. You know, first season 17 goals and I think among the
Yeah.
same number of
Yes.
assists. Very very. I think just that. My question is, where did this talent go? Like, what happened to it? Right? It's a big worry, and he single handedly saved Jose Mourinho a couple of months
Correct.
in the job. He got Jose Mourinho to stay for a couple of months because of his
Mm,
November romp, 5 goals in 5 games or something like that. And that is
yeah,
the
yeah.
Marshall we miss. Where did that go? Maybe he is better playing off on the left side as opposed to center forward.
Mm,
As we can see in those two games, he has not stamped his authority at all in both games. And maybe hence it's better for him to play on the left side with James going on the right side. Or, the thing with Sanchez is there is still that always niggling wish that he can work out. He will not work out on the left because he kept cutting in. The thing is, we bought Sanchez, and I was hoping that he plays on the right wing, but he never plays on the right wing. And we lack somebody in the right wing, and that is doesn't make any sense at all. He doesn't play on the right wing unless it's stated in his contract. But we can look at the situation and say that, okay, Sanchez, you play as the false nine in the diamond position, and Rashford and Martial to flank Sanchez. Is that an interesting proposition for you?
Rashford and Martial flanking Sanchez.
Mm.
I mean, Sanchez playing as a centre forward.
Center forward, false nine. I don't know what you're gonna call that, but yeah.
False nine. Okay. Mm, okay, like I said, both Martial and Bailey had an injured. Got a, he had a long spell of injury last season that affected their confidence playing with intensity because they don't want to get injured. So that's why they kind of take their foot off their pedal in terms of into the game, try to get into the game whenever they play. So that affects the confidence going for them. I do agree with you, Martial playing on the left, but I can see, like I said, um, if you want to get the best out of Suk out of Lukaku, Lukaku because at that time, if you want to get the best out of Lukaku, we need to pair him with the player. I think the same thing goes to Martial. If you want to get the best out of Martial, we need to be playing him with another striker. That means two center forward playing at the same time, and with the four midfield. That means we play the 4-1. We play the 4-3-2. Is it 4-3-2? No, no. It's 4-1-4-1-3 and 2. Yeah, 4-1-3 and 2.
No,
Kind
it's
of
it's
kind of
4-1-4-1-3-1 if I'm not mistaken.
4-1-3-1. Yes, 4-1-3. And no, because I want two up front. We need to be pairing Martial. If we want to play Martial in the center forward position, he
Four
needs
one
to
two
be
two lor.
pairing. Yeah. 4-1-2-2.
4-1-2. But the thing is if we do play with diamond, normally like last time Mata was in the diamond, the top position, whereas the top two would be Marshall
Four
and
one three.
Rashford, flanked by our right back. The thing is, I do not know. I have not seen that formation enough to know whether it really works because last season was a terrible end to the season. But you see, I'm really excited if our flanks are the right back, and we play a lot because our focus is not really crosses actually. If you look at the play of Liverpool and Manchester City, there's a lot of getting into the box on the edge of the box, and then really cutting in back, right? And there's a lot of passing play, and I want to see that happening. So a diamond formation may work, and if Plan B would be the right back and the left back to come in to flank and put in the crosses, that is the Plan B. Putting in a bit more variety in our attack, to confuse the opponent. So I do see that diamond working out if that is what Ole wants to play. So when the diamond works out, it's Rashford, Martial. Like I said, that's where Sanchez come in is as in the false nine, like the Firmino role, right? The one that connects the play. Because one thing good about Sanchez, he is a runner. He kept running and running and running. The thing is, he just have to make sure that his passes pull off. A lot of problem is Sanchez loses the ball too quickly as soon as he gain back the ball, and he did not get himself in a good position. So as a false nine, maybe he can do that and get Rashford and Martial into the play. Because I think Daniel James and who is that? I think Daniel James and Greenwood are still too green. Pardon. Pardon the pun. Your head to the left. I can see half your face. Yeah, they are too green, right? James is still is very very exciting, but you can still see that his final ball is not there. And Greenwood, Greenwood has everything. He really feels like a Robin van Persie, but he's only 17 and lacking in experience. And we put him in a Premier League match. I mean, if it's against Chelsea or against Everton, Leicester, it may be very difficult. Against Huddersfield, not there anymore. Against the lower team, maybe Burnley, perhaps, then maybe it will work out. So that's why I see them coming in as sub, but I don't see them starting games. I'm really excited to see what these two can hold in the future. But at the moment, if we don't buy anyone attacking, probably Sanchez, Rashford, Martial would be a very good. Again, Sanchez coming in, I really want to see. But when he first came in, I really want to see them having good partnership with Rashford and Martial. All Lukaku, but Lukaku I think is out of picture. He's going to Inter Milan because he did not play in these two games. Injury, my foot, right? So I think that's probably one of the changes that I would make, right? Greenwood and James to sub in, but I think Sanchez and Martial to start and have it consistent so that they have good enough time to play together. So I think that's our first 11. Mine is De Gea, AWB, Smalling, Lindelof, Luke Shaw, McTominay, Mata, and Pogba, Rashford, Sanchez, and Martial. Any changes for that for you?
For me, I would say De Gea, AWB, Bailey. I would still go for Bailey. Lindelof, Luke Shaw on the left, and then it will be
I'm losing you. You are static. Okay, while he's doing static, I'm just gonna very quickly update about Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes. Sadly, there's no new news about them. There's no new news about Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire. I lost you for a while, so I just gonna talk about these two for very quickly. But there's no new news. But I still expect Harry Maguire to be done over the weekend. But I think the big news is the bid. The second bid has been turned down, and we have to make a better offer of 60 million plus 20 million. I say just go for 75 plus 5 or 70 plus 10, something. And I think that one is pretty reasonable, 70 plus 10, because all this add-on it doesn't mean anything to Leicester. I mean, if you're going to give me add-on, that's why I say I always look at this deal at 60 million, not 20 million. Not 80 million, because that's what you gave me upfront, even though it's an installment, but that's what you promised that I will get, and I want to get 70 million. And if they really want to surpass Van Dijk, give them 76 million, no add-ons. I mean, you still save 4 million in that deal. So let's get it quickly done at Woodwork. And Bruno Fernandes, I think the first bid we sent for Bruno Fernandes, it will be accepted, because there's so much talking between the agent and Manchester United, because we don't want the first bid to fail, because we do not want a bitter relationship with SP, because as soon as someone bid for him above 35 million euro, SP have to give Bruno Fernandes 5 million. So I think not to damage the working relationship, the first bid will be accepted. But now it's just they are discussing what is the first bid. That is just the update about Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire. Nothing much Savage, nothing on the front. But what a good midfield will be Savage, Bruno Fernandes, and Pogba. I don't think Pogba is going, but Lukaku is definitely nailed on to go. Okay, so anything else to add
That's it.
before you end?
Somebody called me just now. That's why you lost me.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So that's our first 11. That if nobody
This is
comes in that we want to
yeah.
see, it's possible we can get top 4 with it. But forget about winning the title with that. Even if we add Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire, it will take two seasons because to bring the fitness up to where it needs to be. Like I said, with this kind of intensity we're playing, I feel that we will fizzle out towards the end of the season. It just depends on when, and that's why we need to get this player really fitness up. But it won't be done in 6 months. But if we play well next season, we can get ourselves 3/4 the way with this kind of fitness, doing very well with it. That's a very, very good sign for the season after next. Okay, so that's our prediction. Our first 11 that we think will make a difference. Yeah, I would say bye from me. Anything from me?
I'm
Like and subscribe.
excited. I'm excited to see Fred playing because we miss him
Mm, mm.
in the games. So definitely, It'll be exciting to see where he will fit into the new look set up by
Yeah.
Ole.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's it.
So join our discussion, comment down below, and like and subscribe and share. Thank you very much. You have a nice day.
Bye.
Hasta la vista.